All right, good morning, everyone. It is 20 minutes past 11 on the 22nd of June, 2021, and this is my recap. Today I get to do a $93 recap. I traded SPLK twice, each time with 100 shares. I kept my risk really low on this one, only trading 100 shares, which I've been doing over the past 3 months or so. After January and February, January and February were terrific. Then March was okay, and then April it just tends to slow down. So April, May, and June, I've cut my risk way back. I've been having a lot of small green days, but the more I practice holding my risk down and only getting into good trades and so on. This is just kind of practice for when the stock market starts running hot again, whether it's in the northern direction or the southern direction. So here we are on SPLK. This is the 1 minute chart. And actually, this number up here, 143.30, was a number that I had on the chart. I don't remember putting a support or resistance line on SPLK prior to this. I don't ever remember looking at it before. But apparently, yeah, I did put this support line on it right here, right there, that 143.30. It actually turned out to be, the stock price really did approach it, really did come close. I didn't think it would go that far actually today, and so it proved me wrong. But I did get into a couple of trades here. So we had the opening candle here, which spiked. And then we had this second minute candle, and there was some selling. So there was some profit taking right in here. And then here, the stock started to get some support. So I was watching it, and I was like, okay, well, if it can break back over this breakdown candle at roughly 137.04, then I'm in for 100 shares. And I traded that for a 42-cent gain per share, so a $42 gain. It worked out nicely. And so then the next spot was right here at the top. So here there's some profit taking. Then there's some trading going on that brought it back above that breakdown candle high. And so then it stopped there at 138.72. So I was watching and I was like, okay, well, this is going to be, I was looking for a little pullback after this run up right here. In this candle right here, it started to run. And so I got into another 100 share position at $138.73. And it really started to run. It went to a high of, let's see, the high on this candle was 139.86. So I was up $100 roughly on that trade, and it started to pull back, and more sellers came in. So I cut the trade, and I got about 51 cents per share profit on this candle right here, even though it's a big down candle. And was just kind of watching it, and closer it got to 10:30. It finally broke above that 138 again, and still didn't go as high as 139. And then it hit 10:30, and I was like, okay, well, I'm done trading for the day. That's it. And I've been actually just kind of sitting here watching some finance videos and this and that, and then also keeping my eye on SPLK. And it went almost as high as 143.30. Let's see, the high there is 143.19. So that resistance line that I put in, months and months ago, it turned out to be a pretty decent resistance line. It turned out to be a pretty decent target. I'll have to trust my previous work a little bit more closely. Let's go back. I think it's back here. Yeah, it's back here where I put that line in. This was in March of 2019. I put a line in right here on that daily high right there as resistance. And it came up and broke through it. Came here, broke through it, came down, tested it a couple times, and then moved away from that 143. You can see here it came down, tested it, bounced and then really made a big move down through that 143. So 143.30 seems to be important to this stock for some reason. So next up, I want to take a look at here is Bitcoin. So here on Bitcoin, this is the head and shoulders. This formation right here is the formation that I believe is in play at the moment. There's also another formation getting cranked up here. Let's see if I can change the color. See if I can change the color on those lines. It's not letting me. It's not giving me the template to change the color. Well, it's possible that there's another head and shoulders reversal pattern within the head and shoulders that's working right now. So as of right now, this head and shoulders, this smaller 1, 2, 3 right here, with this neckline right here is the head and shoulders that's in play. It's possible that this could be this entire thing, this entire formation. It's possible that this whole thing could be one big head and shoulders formation. I don't know. I don't know if it is or it's not. It's going to have to prove that it is. For right now, what is in play is this smaller head and shoulders formation. And so today you can see here it broke down through that neckline. And what I really like about the smaller reversal is, so this is, the first book that I read on trading was called High Probability Trading by, I think the guy's last name is Link. It's been a long time since I've read that book. And there are some specific criteria for head and shoulders. Now, I'll see a lot of people describe head and shoulders where the right shoulder is higher than the left shoulder. That's not correct. So for a proper head and shoulders, the first criteria is, first, you have a left shoulder, you have a head that's higher than the left shoulder, then you have a right shoulder that doesn't break the height of the left shoulder. Otherwise, it's not a head and shoulders reversal. That doesn't mean it doesn't reverse. That might mean it does. It could reverse even from there. Even if the head and shoulders pattern is broken, the stock could still reverse, but it's not a head and shoulders reversal. If the prices on the left shoulder rise higher than the left shoulder, it's not a head and shoulders reversal. It might be a reversal, but it's not a head and shoulders reversal. In addition, the neckline needs to be pointing in the direction of the reversal. So in this case, Bitcoin is going up and up and up, right? Up and up and up and up and up and up. But then it hits this reversal pattern and it's got a neckline that points down. So between the left shoulder and the head, you've got a price that's down right here. And then between the head and the right shoulder, you've got a price that's even further down, and it creates a neckline that the equity price, in this case Bitcoin, comes down and breaks. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way. Let's see. Let's get that out of the way. Make it a little bit easier to see. Get that out of the way. We'll get that moving average out of the way. There we go. And we'll get the other moving averages out of the way too. That's a little bit easier to see. So right now, a lot of people are calling this and this a head and shoulders reversal. But the catch is that between the price, so you can see here this neckline, this bottom neckline right here, it's rising. It's going in the upward direction. It's a very slight rise. It's not a dramatic rise, but that's not a reversal. If this is going to act as support or resistance, it's rising. So that's not, and if you're looking for a reversal on something on its way up, then you're looking for it to go down. The neckline in this case is not going down, it's going up. It's very subtle, but it's still not heading in the downward direction, it's heading in the upward direction. So what happens exactly with Bitcoin right here? I don't know. My guess is that over the next several months, quite a bit of time, Bitcoin bobbles back and forth between these prices, and either it breaks out or it breaks down. It breaks up or it breaks down. But basically, this is until September. This crossover right here is until September. So the price of Bitcoin really could bobble either direction for an extended period of time, quite an extended period of time. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin in my book. That's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin right now. All right. Let's see. Otherwise, let's see. GameStop. I almost traded GameStop, but I didn't. So here's the second minute. Oh, this is the opening candle. So it opened here, and then it poked its head above the open, so it went from red to green, and consolidated actually really nicely in that area right there. This isn't a bad setup. And actually, if I wanted to enter this, the really true proper entry would have been for a break of this break above the opening. I didn't take it. I just kind of sat back and watched. Let's see, this time it was 10 o'clock, and then, so it got close to time for me to just kind of call it a day at 10:30 by the time I started really watched it, was paying attention to it. But there's definitely a good trade to be made there on GameStop. I just didn't take it. BPTH really didn't do anything this morning. Its volume has been pretty light. Let's take a look here real quick at the volume. It says 1.753 million shares traded. Oh, I'm sorry, actually that's not right. Oh, it says 4.45 million shares traded today in today's session. That includes pre-market too. But yeah, not really a whole lot going on there with price. Not a lot of movement. So yeah, that's pretty much my trading day. $93. It's it helps pays the bill. It helps pay the bills. So all right, everybody. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.